Hi guys, here with the Ninebot Z10, again courtesy of eWheels. Thanks Jason. I'm the fourth person to receive this wheel. It started out in New York City, went to Florida, Colorado. It's with me now in Southern California, and next it's going to San Francisco tomorrow actually. So I want to talk about tire pressure in this video. Now I was influenced by looking at some of the videos that Chooch made. He was one that had this before me in Colorado, and in at least one of his videos he talked about the tire pressure, and he emphasized how important it was to lower the tire pressure to get good riding on this wheel. And when I received the wheel, it had less than 10 psi in the tire. It might have been empty. I don't know. I couldn't. It was lower than my pressure gauge. What you need to remember if you see and remember what he said is he weighs 120 pounds. This wheel is almost half his weight, and given that, I can see why he needed to lower the tire pressure quite a bit. But I think most of the guys probably getting these wheels are more typical Western weight, Westerner weight, in high hundreds, maybe low 200s. I weigh 175, my riding weight with gear on. I could not ride this with low pressure. I started off with high 30s, and it was very rideable, but very little shock absorption from the tire because this thing was like a rock. Then keying off of what Chooch was saying, I lowered it into the low 20s and rode it quite a bit. And it was pretty rideable, but I was having problems, particularly when I went off-road trails. It was bad. It would be pulling left and right, or whenever it hit bumps and crevices, and just all the time, left and right, awful. So I ended up experimenting, and I settled on about 30 psi, maybe even a little lower. So I would say high 20s to 30 psi for me works great. It provides enough shock absorption, does not pull left to right at all. My advice to you, if you get this wheel, is to maybe start at 30, maybe 25. And again, this is going to vary on your weight. You're going to have to experiment, but here's how to really find what works best is lower the pressure and ride it, and as soon as it gets to the point where you feel it pulling at all, left or right, you've gone too low, and add a few pounds and you'll probably be good. So next I want to talk about filling the tire and what I have found works good for me. Okay, this tire is well protected, and it's impossible to get into the valve anywhere except from this access point. It's a nice little rubber cover. I do have a little concern over these two rubber kind of straps, like rubber string, that I have a feeling it's probably going to break at some point, and we're going to lose this, but we'll see. So you have to open this to get into the valve, and let me show you the valve. Okay, let's locate the valve. There it is. So it's down there. It's down there a good 2 to 3 inches, and I'll show you what I use to get down there. Okay, I carry this with me whenever I go riding. Of course, water. Key is a portable pump, and miscellaneous tools in here that allow me to work on, at some level, work on all the wheels I ride. So I have my pressure gauge, and for this wheel, this is my valve extension. Okay, this wheel comes with a valve extension, but according to Chooch, it doesn't work all that well, and he decided to keep it instead of sending it along with the wheel. So I had to come up with my own solution, and what I did is I went to Pep Boys, and I bought a package of 4 1-inch valve extensions for cars or trucks. This is made by Slime, and if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description there's a link to where you can buy this, and it works beautifully. About $4. I screwed them all together, and I have a nice extension. Let me show you how it works. Now if you watch Chooch, when he filled this tire, which bothered me a little bit, was with the extension. Now he wasn't using the one that came with the wheel, he was using another one. But if you watch him, he would stick this in here, and he'd say you have to really press down hard and screw it on. And I don't like the idea of doing that. Last thing you want to do is damage that valve buried deep in this wheel. It's not going to be fun to take this wheel apart to get to the tire. And apparently the valve pin is not readily doesn't fit all the extension tubes, and that's probably why he had to press hard to get it to engage. But this from Slime works beautifully. So look, I'm just going to stick this down here, easy to fit onto the stem, and I'm turning it, and finger tight. That's it. Not cranking, and it's ready to fill. Okay, let's measure the pressure. And by the way, this tire really holds the air good. And so I'm reading, yeah, 29.30. Looks pretty much on the dot, 30. That's great. I think I filled this maybe 2 weeks ago, so this tire really holds pressure good. And that's it. Again, finger tight, and look how easy. Just loosen it up a little bit. Comes out. Didn't lose any air taking it off or putting it on. Okay guys, well, I hope you found this video useful for when you get your Z10. You are going to order one of these, right? I tell you, I can't wait to get mine. It's going to be very frustrating having to wait for the next month to 2 months. Jason, hurry up, get these wheels in. Talk to you guys later.